Let's talk about some tech. Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. I said Pro was for profit. I really didn't like it. And I said if I ever find a retro controller that would do similar functions, I would probably pick that up. Well, I found one. It's right here. This is the NES30 Pro game controller. This has been out for a few years, but it's been recently updated with firmware updates so that it natively works compatible with the Nintendo Switch. And it's designed after the NES original. So NES30 meaning that it's 30 years since the original NES, and it's a Pro controller. So it actually has a little bit of a round design like the Super Nintendo, but the actual materials are like a Nintendo. So let's unbox this and see what it's like. And it does have bumper buttons and 2 analog sticks. Start, stop. It should have all the buttons that you need. So let's open it up and see what it's like. It's made by company 8-Bit Dough. It's also significantly cheaper than the Nintendo Pro controller. It is not really meant to compete with it, but this to me is pretty much exactly the type of thing that I was hoping would be made. Even the textures are right. If you ever had an original Nintendo controller, this black texture was like a matte, rough finish, and it's just like that. Really cool. The buttons are nice and big, and yeah, pretty neat. It charges over micro USB. It has 2 bumper buttons. It looks like it's power and pair for Bluetooth. It does run over Bluetooth. So let's continue on with the unboxing, see what else you get. Get some instructions. So there are 4 pairing modes for the controller. It says that the Switch is default, press and hold power and Y for 1 second. Now, if it's default, why do you have to press, hold, power, and Y? Anyway, you compare it with a Switch, compare it with Mac, you compare it with Windows, and you compare it with Android. And there's your LED indicators. There's some other stuff in the box too. It said that it comes with a keychain and a specially designed power cable. So let's take a look at that stuff. Everything old is new again. Yeah, I like retro things in my modern things. Let's see what the cable looks like. How do you retro style a cable? Oh, because it's gray, flat and gray. Okay, so looks like a really long cable actually. Flat gray. USB-A to micro USB. Now let's take a look at the keychain. It'd be really cool if it's an NES controller. Ah, it's not. It's a shield. It's heavy. It's a heavy thing. 8-Bit Dough, FC30, everything old is new again. Okay, let's get this garbage out of the way and we'll do some testing with the controller, see what it's like. Now to power it on, you just press and hold. So I'm not going to press any of the buttons. I want to see if it will pair with my Switch. Press and hold the button. Oh yeah, it does have lights. I think on your Switch you have to go to Settings and Controllers and Sensors. Change grip order, and then you can pair. So then at this point I would need to probably press and hold the pair button, and it goes in the pair mode. No, not pairing. Okay, so I'm going to power it off, and I'm going to do what the instructions said for the Switch. So I'm going to hold down Y while powering it on, and it does 1. Oh, and then it immediately paired. So I just held down Y while holding it on, and I guess because I was already in pair mode, now it works. Now I have a controller. Press A when ready. Get back to the home screen, and yeah. What happened? I went into the game and it didn't work. Oh, I wonder if it's not compatible with... That doesn't make any sense. Let me exit right out of the game. Press any button. Is Sonic not compatible with Pro controllers? because it pairs as a Pro controller. So that is really odd. Maybe it's because I have the Joy-Cons attached. Let me pop the Joy-Cons off. That might be the issue, is that it had Joy-Cons. Yep, that's exactly what it was. So you cannot be using... That seems like a weird limitation. As soon as I popped off the Joy-Cons, then I could use it. Alright. So I'm using the digital D-pad right now. Whoop. And I want to see how that works with analog sticks too. Yeah, the analog stick works. Excuse my bad Sonic playing. But the analog sticks totally work. So how do you get that back down there? Alright, and then you can press... Yeah, so then that's your home. This is your home button. That would be screen share. You've got all your normal buttons. You have dual analog stick. You have both triggers. It does absolutely everything that you can do as if you're playing with the Joy-Cons or as if you have the real Switch Pro controller. Awesome. Very, very cool. I'm very happy with that. It said on the box that it works with iOS as well. Compatible with iOS iCade. iOS iCade, Android, Mac OS, and Windows devices. Alright, very cool. So you can get this device on Amazon, and I will put a link in the description. Thanks for watching.